Alright guys, we are back for another video on Talk Sooty. It's that time again. Here's another weekend of boxing, and it is the one and only Leigh Wood versus, some might call him the boogeyman, Maricio Lara. I'll tell you what guys, this is going to be, I think this is going to be an absolute firecracker, fire burner, barnstormer, whatever words you want to describe, to use to describe this fight. There could be loads, but I think this is going to be something juicy, something real juicy, something could potentially be fight of the year, and it's weird saying that considering it'll be the 18th of Feb when they get it on, but I think it could be carnage, and I am all here for it. 100% I'm here for it. We've got two absolute big punchers. But we'll break it down in a sec. What we're going to do is we're going to start about 4 fights down with the Irish boxer himself, Gary Cully, who is fighting. I believe he's defending his WBA Intercontinental Lightweight title against Wilfredo Flores. Gary Cully coming in with a record of 15 wins, 9 coming by knockout, undefeated. Same with Wilfredo Flores. He has 10 wins, 5 coming by knockout, and he has the 1 draw. No losses for him. Gary Cully, what I've seen from him, he looks top notch. I can't say, I'd be lying if I said I've seen Wilfredo Flores a lot of times. I haven't. I haven't. But what I have seen of Gary Cully, he does look like a decent little fighter. And I do believe he'll win this fight. I don't know if he'll get the knockout. I hope he does, and then he can start moving up in the lightweight rankings. But yeah, I do believe Gary Cully gets the victory in this fight, and hopefully moves on to bigger and better things, because, like I said, I've heard some good stuff from him. Moving on to the next fight, we have got Chev Clark, or Chevon Clark. I don't know how you say it. I know it's Chev. I don't know if it's Chevon, the full name. But yeah, I'll just call him Chev Clark. He is 4 wins, 4 coming by knockout. I believe he boxed at the Olympics. He didn't medal though. He didn't medal, but he did box at the Olympics. He is fighting Israel Dufus, or Duffus. He's got 20 wins, 17 coming by knockout, but he does have 8 defeats on his record. Again, I believe what I've seen of Chev Clark has seen his last 2 fights, very impressive. You can clearly tell he smacks like a demon. But 4 knockouts in the 4 wins he's had so far. Yeah, I believe he'll get another victory, and he'll probably win by knockout, because the guy, even though he'll have to be careful, because even though I don't know much about this Israel, or Doofus, however you want to say it, he has got 17 of his 20 wins coming by knockout, or finishes at least, so he can clearly hit to a decent level. But I believe Eddie would have matched him right, and I believe he's probably going to win. It's probably one of those where it's just a smooth sail up into the upper echelons of his division. Moving on then to the co-main event of the evening, Dalton Smith. I do really like Dalton Smith. He is an undefeated fighter, and he is also facing an undefeated. No, he's not. My mistake. He is not facing an undefeated fighter. Billy Allington has got 10 wins, no knockouts on his record. He has got the 1 loss, and he's got 4 draws, which is quite interesting to see. Only having 15 fights and 4 of them being draws. So I don't know what that's got to mean. He probably, by the looks of it, he's probably an output type of fighter. Like I said, I don't know much about him. I don't know a lot about these opponents. The only person I know about is Maricio Lara in the main event. I know a lot about him. Oof, Jesus. But yeah, it should be a good fight for the British lightweight title. So this Allington clearly has worked his way up. But I think Dalton Smith is just a top operator, and I think he'll get the victory, and I think he'll probably get it by decision. I think, yeah, I do believe he'll win on points. But he has got 10 of his wins out of it. 10 of his 13 wins have been within the distance, so he could well and truly put this Billy Allington away. But yeah, it should be a good fight. I believe Dalton Smith will win, and I won't be surprised if he's either going for a European later in the year or maybe even a world title. You never know. But lightweight, super lightweight, I believe that is Tiafimo and Josh Taylor's weight, I believe. Yeah, so that could be interesting indeed. But we'll see what he can do later on in the year. I think he'll win this fight definitely. Like I said, proper good, tidy, sharp, and he's got a bit of a punch on him as well. Just a great operator in there. So I think he'll win, like I said, by decision. Then we've got the main event. We have got the main event of the evening. Leigh Wood is defending his WBA World Featherweight title in Nottingham, in his backyard. Leigh Wood coming with a record of 26 wins, 16 of those wins coming within the distance, and only the 2 losses, similar to Maricio Lara, who has 25 wins, 18 of those wins coming by knockout, and the 2 wins and 1 draw. Where do I start with this one? Well, first of all, this is going to be an incredibly tough fight for Leigh Wood. My heart is with Wood, and I think he might be able to do it, but my head is telling me I have seen what Maricio Lara has got in his hands, and he's got concrete in him. And when I mean concrete, I mean proper concrete. 3 inches thick of concrete wrapped around his fist. Because this guy just thuds, just every shot hurts, every shot. If you've seen the fight against Warrington, I'd never heard of him before. Never heard of him. I saw him on the pads before that Warrington fight and thought, Warrington's got this easy. And then boom, the right hand lands, boom, the left hook lands, and Josh Warrington's doing the chicken dance, the absolute chicken dance all over the canvas, and he just kept onslaught after onslaught until he was knocked out unconscious on his back, and then the fight's over. This guy is dangerous, and Leigh Wood needs to be careful. But I've got to give Leigh Wood his praise, because this guy is also a very dangerous operator. He has got his own power, he's got his own skill, and he's got grit. If you know he's got grit. If you saw that last fight against Mickey Conlan, I thought he was down on the scorecards, and then boom, out of the fire. He was always in the fight, but I thought he was down on the scorecards. He got dropped early, and rocked, absolutely sat down, but he got up and he got that victory in, I believe, the 11th round. I don't think it was last round, I believe it might have been last round now. I think it was the 11th, but anyway, you saw how Mickey Conlan left the ring. He was on the ropes, and then boom, I think it was a right hand that snuck through. Conlan was knackered, and then boom, through the ropes, onto the floor, and the ref waved it off. This guy's got grit, he's got power, he's got the skill set, obviously trained by Ben Davison, but this is going to be a painful night for Leigh Wood. But I hope he can do it. I believe he definitely can do it. But Maricio Lara is a beast. If you saw the pads yesterday compared to the Warrington one, oh my days, there's a different beast there. And the scariest thing is, I only found this out today. This guy is 24 years old. He's 24. He is a mammoth, a machine, a beast. He's insane. I do think he might be a bit slow on his feet. I don't know if he's improved that, but if Leigh Wood can box and move, and then can get his big shots off and then get out of there, he might work his way to a decision and maybe even a late stoppage. I don't know. I hope he does it. But like I said, my head just sees Maricio Lara just cracking Leigh Wood after again and again, and he doesn't have to land that many times. He can land once or twice, and then boom, you're on the canvas. Boom, your body, you're gasping for air. You're suffocating under his body shots, or he's just cracking you, and your nose is broke, your cheekbones broke, everything's broke, your jaw's broke. This guy hits hard, and Leigh Wood's in for it. I hope he does it. I hope he can defend his belt in his hometown in Nottingham. But I do tell you, I think this is going to be a great fight, and you should all tune in on DAZN. Not that this is not a sponsorship or anything. I just got to tune in. I'm definitely tuning in to watch this, 100%. It'll be a firecracker. This prediction. You know, I don't want to get a prediction wrong, and do I doubt him? I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna go for it. This could be stupid. I could look like a fool here. I'm gonna go Leigh Wood stoppage in the 12th round. I think he's gonna get a last round stoppage. I do. I do. I do. I do and I don't. But that's the prediction I'm gonna put in. It's there for you all to hear, so you can all roast me in the comments when Lara, not Lara, Lara. Yeah, it is Lara. When Lara puts him away in 3 or something like that. A couple extra fights I want to go back over is Gamal Yafai's fighting, the brother of Galal and Cal, I believe. I think it's Cal. Some two brothers are great fighters. Him himself is a good fighter. I believe he'll win. He's fighting Diego Alberto Ruiz. I hope he wins because I do like the Yafai brothers. And then Kieran Conway is also a fighter that I do like watching now and again. I see him. He's on a lot of matchroom shows, and I hope he wins as well. He's fighting Jorge Silva or George Silva. I hope he gets the victory, and I believe he will get the victory. But that's it from me today. I hope you've enjoyed it. Bit of a later one. I've been a bit busy, and as you can see by my background, it's a mess. The reason it for being a mess is because I'm trying to sort things out in here, because hopefully by the start of next week, or the next not the next video, because there'll probably be a video on Sunday, but the videos from next week onwards will hopefully have a new background and it'll look a bit more professional. But that's it from me today. Hope you've enjoyed. Drop a comment on your predictions for this fight. But that's it from me. Sooty out.